Good morning, friends. Welcome to another Sunday virtual worship. Before we begin, I'd like to offer some house cleaning. We're still in shelter in place. Please remain vigilant. Keep an eye out on the news. Please understand that we try to flatten the curve as the cases continue to grow, particularly within our county. I also want us to be mindful of our community, those who are sick, those who are troubled, lost, confused. This is a hard time, and we continue to stay indoors, but we can still continue to reach out. Also, if you happen to walk by on a daily walk, you may see some activity going on at the church. We are still alive. We are still vibrant. Things are happening safely and within the confines of the shelter in place. If you're wondering, we are still accepting your donations. You can mail them into us, send it to our P.O. box, or if you happen to have access to the church, drop it off in the office. Just make sure you do so safely. And now, let's worship together. Let's join together in our call to worship. Oh, give thanks to the Lord our God, for he is good. Jesus, risen from the grave, now alive, present to this whole world. Friends, I remember back in 1981, I was sitting in front of the TV with my mom and dad, and something came on the TV that was so exciting. It was magical. We watched this, what I remember describing as a white dragon, sitting there, spewing smoke out of its nostrils, getting ready, and then finally coming alive, and fire just spewing out as it flew. Well, it wasn't a dragon. It was the first shuttle launch by the United States. It was April 12, 1981, the first shuttle launch. It was amazing. Where were you when that happened? Oh my, it changed so much. The way we were going to explore space, the way we were going to be able to reuse, and this amazing feat of engineering and technology. The shuttle was the first to be able to take off and land and be reused. What an amazing thing. It changed the world. Brand new world had opened up. You know what also amazes me about that day is that now I realize some of you were involved in making that happen. The processes for making materials that were used in order to launch the shuttle into space. You took part in that. What a legacy. Think about that. Think of the stories that you can tell to your children, to your grandchildren. You took part in changing the world. What a legacy. And you know, it got me to thinking. If we wake up every day, particularly now within the confines of our homes, if we wake up every day and we ask ourselves, I wonder what magical exciting thing is going to happen today. It could very well change the way our day goes. You see, for ages, humanity evolved because they were able to protect themselves. And one of the ways we did that is by waking up every morning saying, I wonder what bad thing I need to prepare for today so that I can survive the day. Now, it has helped us, but we need to change. It's a new world. I want to encourage you to remember when you get up, when you start your day, ask yourself, I wonder what magical, exciting thing is going to happen today. It's bound to make your day a little bit better. See, now it got me thinking, because the disciples in our reading, they're locked up in a house. Jesus has died, and not only are they grieving, but they're also scared. And they don't know what to do. And then out of nowhere, this exciting, almost magical thing happens. Jesus shows up and he tells them, don't be afraid. Now, he tells them what to do. And just like the consistency of the disciples, they didn't go out and do it. So another day and another day, this exciting, magical thing happens for them. Jesus shows up. He is trying to teach them the world has changed. It's a new world. Wake up, imagining the best thing that could possibly happen today. And then go out and share good. It was a new world. Speaking of which, and speaking of legacy, we're living in a new world now. What kind of legacy do we think we're going to leave behind? Now, Earth Day is on April 22nd this year. And we had plans. We were going to participate in some planting. We were going to participate in our community in a way that encourages everybody to recognize the positive of this beautiful creation. You know, it's the very creation we're missing because we're stuck inside. But as we look out at images of what us being inside is doing to the earth, we see vast change, amazing things. We see satellite images from NASA of the pollution diminishing in huge margins. We're looking at satellite images of the Italy from the European Space Agency. And Italy, pollution is just going away. We're looking at images from NASA of the northeast section of the United States. And the pollution is going away. I mean, there's even beautiful images of the canals of Venice. And because of the lack of human interaction and because of the lack of traffic in the surrounding waterways, the water has become absolutely clear. You can see down to the bottom. And for the first time in decades, people in India can see the Himalayas miles and miles away from them. This is amazing stuff. It is a wake-up call for us. We need to see that we can have a positive impact on this environment in a way that can allow us to say, we left a long and positive legacy for those who will come after us. But we have to act. Earth Day is coming. We can't go out necessarily and celebrate Earth Day with our friends and neighbors, but you can celebrate Earth Day at home. I encourage you to visit Rockdale's Earth Day Facebook page And if you want to do something on Earth Day, here are some tips for you. Looking out your window, you can learn to spot birds and start bird watching. Figure out what's in your neighborhood, because there are a lot of different kinds of birds in Rockdale. Or if you want to, why don't you figure out what kind of trees are in your neighborhood? Look out your window. Sit on your porch. Try to figure out what they are. Try to figure out how old they are. Try to figure out how best to care for them when we can start going out to care. This is a brand new world. The disciples encountered it, and they didn't react, let's say, with magical excitement right away. But we do that too. But they did act. And their legacy brings us together on Sundays. Their legacy helps us understand that we need to share love. Their legacy, their commitment to living in this new world and trying to make a difference enables us to be able to do the same. I do pray that all of you are well. I do pray that you're thinking of new ways to reach out to one another. I love the cards and texts and emails and phone calls that I am getting. Please continue to share with each other. I have hope that we will be able to worship together in our sanctuary again. But until then, let's enjoy this new way. God bless you all for all of the hard work, for your vigilance, and for your understanding that this is important. If you would please, join me as we recite the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Friends, may the peace of Christ be with each and every one of you. Until we meet again, God bless you.